get that. It's a stressful time. It's a stressful place, this world. But, you know, we all have to stick together as much as we can to help each other out, and that's why I'm glad you're here. Now, since this is our first appointment, I just want to jot some things down to get a basis on why you're here and what we can do for you, or what I can do for you, because I understand sometimes things are just very hard. So, let me just open this up here. Alrighty. So first off, can I get your name, please? Alright. Okay. And you're... do not worry. It is perfectly fine if you don't want to answer any of these questions. This is completely up to you. I just want to be able to give you the option so it can be noted in the in our appointments. But okay, so thank you. Now, do you have a preferred name? Okay, I will make sure to keep that in mind. Alright, how about I'm blanking. I have had a long day. My apologies. Sexual orientation. Alrighty. I appreciate you being so open, just so we are able to better talk on issues, and I can treat you with the utmost respect. Which I would do for anyone, but I'm just, you know, I just want to make sure I'm respectful entirely. Okay, and can I, your gender identity? Okay. Sounds good. And your pronouns. Okay. Alrighty, that sounds very good. I think that's all for that little bit. What I need to know. But now I just need more actual, just information that can be logged properly. Just really quick. Date of birth. Alrighty. Okay, date of birth. Your insurance is through. Okay, that works. And yeah, that is about it for what I needed for that. The receptionist can grab anything else that we need. I don't go too heavy into that, but I just like to make sure for our first appointments, we understand each other and we know everything that we need. So, the rest of the time, we will be talking. I will be jotting down notes, only so I like to track progress and keep track of improvements in emotional improvements in emotional state and mental state and things of that nature. Just I find that it helps to track growth and almost without charting it, show just like a diary essentially what we worked on and the progress you've made and other things of that nature. So I'm going to be jotting it down in this journal as long as you give me permission to do so. I do not need to do this. I can simply, what I do have to do is at least jot down notes. So I need to know if you're comfortable with me keeping track and sort of like a progress report for you. That's okay. Alrighty. Let's mark this day 1. Okay, jot the date down real quick. And why don't we start with you telling me what brings you in? If you don't want to get into everything or talk about everything, I completely understand. This is a completely safe space where you can go at whatever pace you would like and talk about what you'd like when you would like to talk about it. I'm not going to pressure you for information or anything of the sort unless I feel you are withholding something within you that I feel could really help in your progress. But in which case I'm not going to force it out of you, obviously. But I'm simply going to try to egg it out of you, do whatever I can to make you want to say it, because there's nothing helps if I force you to do it. You have to be able to be comfortable enough to do it. So, with that being said, if you'd like to go over how you're feeling, what brings you in, and just your all-around state of being. I see. Yes, it is definitely hard to deal with those things, but we can all just try our best to get through it. I see. Well, I definitely think that is, like I said, completely understandable. And, I understand it myself. I've been through very, very similar things in my life. And that's why I wanted to do something like this, so I could help people who've gone through similar things to me and try to teach them how I managed to get through it. Yes. Yes. Do not worry. This is completely normal. And I understand it. I tend to also get really anxious at times. And I tend to really shut myself down and become a hermit to the world. And what really helped me through that was when I actually started to recognize what I was doing. And when I started recognizing what I was doing to myself, and completely removed the idea that I was to blame for, say, ruining a relationship. And what I mean by that is, when you hermit yourself, I'm sure you understand and have a frame of mind on the fact that when you hermit, you push people. It feels to others like you're pushing them away, whether you are or not, or even trying to. That's what it feels like. And it is one of those things where you have to understand that you cannot sit there and blame yourself and beat yourself up for something you cannot control. The brain is a fickle thing, and sometimes it just doesn't want to give us a single crumb of serotonin or anything of the sort, and it is truthfully an awful, awful experience. And what has worked best for me is, like I said, recognizing it within myself and going, okay, well, I understand I might have, or I have hurt people because of my current anxiety or depression or anything of the sort. I recognize that I might have or have done that, and I then remind myself I cannot necessarily control everything, and that the best I can do is look at what I'm doing to myself, so I can build myself back up from that low place, and I can go out and I can rebuild those relationships. And I would really recommend looking from within, because that's definitely what I've had to do. And I mean, I still have my good days, and I still have my bad days, where I sit in bed, and I look up at the ceiling, and I just think about myself and my life, and I just go, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I helping enough people? And then there's other days where I am just amped up, ready to go, just super, just ready, you know what I mean? And I can take on the absolute world, and then I end up making myself upset after that, because of the fact that once that starts to go away, I get so upset. It's like, why can't I feel like that all the time? And we're just not going to. You know? That's just something that happens. It's natural. It's normal. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Build from within yourself. Really look inside at who you are, who you want to be, and what you want to do, and let it out. Whether that be in some form of activity, such as playing a sport, drawing, singing, writing, anything of that nature, finding a better job, or a better job in your eyes, going back to school, doing anything like that you feel will make you feel better inside. Or even just something as simple as smiling. There's been days where I personally have just been so down, and I've thought about it, and I'm just like, what if I just smile? What if I just smile? And then I do. And you know what? It doesn't fix it every time. It doesn't. But when it does, It's wonderful because you feel so successful looking at yourself and saying, wow, I smiled when I didn't want to. I smiled when I didn't think it was possible. I did something so little, so small that I told myself I couldn't do, and I did it. It's little accomplishments like that that really help build who you are as a person in your own eyes. And you cannot truly love anyone else until you love yourself. Because you need to be able to love who you are so you can surround yourself and open yourself up enough to where you're open about anything you want to be and anything you hope to be to enough people. Now, that's not to say you can't love people, and I don't mean to backpedal what I say, but you can still love people and appreciate people. It is more than of just an expression, but without being completely true, but to really open up and find somebody you really love, because obviously you love your parents and stuff no matter what. Well, I don't want to speak on your personal situation. That's just one of those normal things, but I hope you understand what I mean. To really, it helps to really love someone when you love yourself, because then, like I said, you can open up completely to that person or those people and fully show yourself and who you are to them. Yeah. No, that trust me. No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, I myself still struggle with personal image issues. I feel that I'm, not attractive. I feel that I'm not smart. I feel like I'm overweight. I feel like I'm short. I feel like I don't have a good smile. I got big nose, big ears. Depends on the day. Depends how I feel. I find a new thing to. I find a new thing to hate about myself, and then I remember it's not worth it. Now, that doesn't make the thought completely go away, but it helps build up the chances that someday it will go away. Because I know none of the things I've said are true. I'm the average height. Everybody tells me they love my smile. I'm not fat. I got a little pudge, but I ain't fat. So it's one of those things where we have to be able to accept our things we don't like about ourselves and see them how they really are, to understand that they may not be true. Now, I want to be completely professional and not cross any lines anywhere, but you are none of those things you've said to me. You're not ugly. You're not fat. You're not. Plain and simple. And that's completely understandable. You can feel the way you feel. I'm not telling you can't. I'm telling you simply that you need to look at yourself sometimes when you are in a positive frame of mind. And remember to smile. That is a big thing I harp on. And I apologize if I become annoying with it, but smiling is really, really good. Simple task you can do that can help. I don't know, like I said, it doesn't always help, but you know. You have to understand that no matter what you look like or anything of that nature, no matter what people say, you are your own beautiful, unique person, and nothing's going to change that no matter what happens. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So, what I want to say on that is, yes, some dreams seem way too big to achieve. Like me saying, I want to go to the moon. That seems huge, but I don't know. That's something that could theoretically happen. See, dreams are a very weird thing. And goals and dreams can be a very weird thing, because people look down on others and make fun of others and do everything like that, and just simply question people's goals and dreams all the time. But what you need to remember is they're yours. They're not anybody else's. They may not be mine. They may not be the person down the hall. They're yours. So why should anyone else's opinion on your goals and dreams and hopes matter? I mean, do not get me wrong. It is nice to hear criticism on how you might want to, constructive criticism, on how you might want to have a goal to do one thing so that you can achieve another. And I think that's more than safe, good, responsible. But I think you should never lose sight of your end goals. If you do, you will get nowhere. And a big thing for me is before I was able to do this, before I made a living doing my dream, helping people, being a therapist, I worked in a lot of retail. I worked at a call center. I worked at a fast food place, and every place I was at dangled the metaphorical carrot of management in front of me. Whether I was told I was the next in line, whether I was told that I was guaranteed a spot, whether I was being groomed and taught by a current manager, or one of my current managers at the time, to apply to become a manager. It never happened. And it was so draining and awful to me. And so, after a while, I went and I found a new job. And it was another retail job. And I went in and I told them what I wanted. I said, look, I want to work this shift that I know you have openings for. I want full time. I want to be paid this much because I know I'm worth that. And I want to be able to move up in the company. I want to be able to attain management and even higher if possible. Because this metaphorical carrot has been hanging in front of me this whole time, and I want to stick to something and be able to show people I am worth it, because I did not want to get down on myself and make myself feel like I wasn't worth it and I wasn't good enough, because I knew I was. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big, no matter how small. Yeah. Well, we currently have are on our last minute or two here, so the floor is open for you to say anything you would like. Just in any closing statements, questions, anything for me before you move on with the next event in your day. No, trust me, you're not a burden at all. You're not a burden to anybody, especially not to me. I want you to leave here today knowing that I'm not just here to be your therapist. I'm not just here to be some doctor. I'm here to be your friend. I'm here to be your rock. I'm here to get you through any hard times. All the sad, bad, good. I'm here to get you through anything you need me to get you through. My goal in life is to help people, so there's no way you could ever be a bother, a burden, or anything of the sort to me. I'm glad. And I'm glad you came in. If you'd like to ever come back, that would be great. I'd love to help you more. I can already tell from today that you are extreme. You have so much potential, and you have so much in you that I know wants to succeed and wants to be happy. And I really, really, really want to help you get yourself there. I don't want to get you there. I want you to understand, and I need you to understand, that I want to work with you, and I'm going to work with you to get you where you want to be, mentally, physically, emotionally. Well, the physically part, I'm not a gym. This isn't a gym, so I can't do that necessarily. But I can keep you in a good, yes, I completely understand. But, alright, today was very productive. Today was very great. And I loved every second I was able to help make you see how great you are and put a smile on your face. Thank you so much for coming in, and I will see you for our next session.